right, John, and here he comes. Clayton Kershaw ready to take the ball for the Dodgers. His second start off of the injured list, and no concerns about getting loose today with the temperatures hot. 98 degrees, feels even hotter. Dodgers and Giants ready to wrap up this three-game series, and the magic number for a 9th division title in 10 seasons down to 7. Welcome inside. Hope you're surviving this heat wave in Southern California. Joe Davis, Or Hershiser, Kirsten Watson joins us in a moment. You doing okay?
I'm fine.
The heat typically means the ball's going to fly well, and that's certainly been the case in this series. There have been 20 runs scored, and 19 have come off home runs.
Yeah, stay away from the home run today if you're a starting pitcher. And you know what? 51 games over 500. I don't think the Dodgers are worried about it. They're going to try and get the ball up in the air off of Alex Cobb. Clayton Kershaw is going to try and keep it down. Both these teams pretty reliant on the home run, especially in this series. But over the case of the year, Giants in 5th on that reliance, and the Dodgers on 7th.
Last time Clayton Kershaw faced these Giants in San Francisco, that's when he left the game with an injury, missed about a month, came back in New York last week, and after a bad first inning, perfect over the next 4.
Yeah, a few walks in the first inning, and then he nailed it down. The slider was absolutely fantastic, and with Clayton on the mound, he's going to feel this heat today, but I don't think he's going to feel the back. Let's make sure he gets over the front leg, is pounding that curveball for strikes, but the slider has still been the pitch that he goes to get out.
Got those couple injured list stints when he's been available. He's been excellent with a 2.59 ERA over his 16 starts this year. On the other side to be Alex Cobb, who has had his issues with the Dodgers, but overall this has been an excellent season for the first-year Giant.
It really has been. It's going to be the two-seamer and the splitter, and he's going to look to get ground balls, and especially when he's seen the ball fly all over this park and out of the park lately.
7-4 Giants on Monday, 6-3 Dodgers last night. So the series rubber match today, the Dodgers and the Giants. First pitch coming up on Sportsnet LA.
It's better, excuse me, against right-handers this year. What do you like about him in the lineup?
You know, I mean, sometimes when you are hitting right-handers better than lefties, it might be just the angle in which it's coming at you, so you make adjustments a little bit, maybe in the box. But what I really like, his setup is great right now. I know he had a tough game the other night when he struck out 4 times, but really the key to me for him is really his hands and where the barrel is facing when he's about to hit. Sometimes that barrel starts facing the pitcher rather than more toward the catcher. Go more toward the catcher, it stays there, he stays through the ball better.
All right, the Dodgers trying to take it to the Giants once again, win the series, lower the magic number down to 6 with Clayton Kershaw starting on a very hot day. If you're watching us, you're probably in a nice air-conditioned, cool spot. So enjoy the game, everybody, as the Dodgers try to get the series win over San Francisco before heading down south to San Diego to take on the Padres this weekend.
Also Kershaw Day, and that makes everything so much better. Jerry, this is his second start since coming off the IL. What do you want to see from Mr. Kershaw today?
Well, we know Clayton Kershaw, his best pitch is that slider. That slider command is important, but also the fastball command, especially arm side, down and away to the right-handed batter. Got to stay away from the middle of the plate today.
I think also some efficiency. A quick one for all of us, but
Yes,
let's
please.
get inside to Joe and Oral.
All right, guys, here he comes. Clayton Kershaw, his first start at Dodger Stadium since July, trying to pitch the Dodgers to a series win over the San Francisco Giants. 7-4 San Francisco Monday, 6-3 Dodgers last night. The U.S. Bank lineup for Gabe Kapler has Lewis Brinson at the top of it. Buckle up for him right away. Homered on the first pitch of yesterday's game. Then it's Wilmer Flores and J.D. Davis, who has 3 home runs against Clayton Kershaw. Longoria's at third. Tyro Estrada starts at short. Brandon Crawford gets the day off. In right field, Mike Yastrzemski. Then it's David Villar, Austin Wynns, and Luis Gonzalez, his first appearance of this series. Time for today's Verizon Player Profile. Clayton Kershaw actually has had some issues with the Giants this season with an ERA above 5. All-time, though, his 1.99 ERA is 3rd best against San Francisco. Only 3 Finger Brown and Art Fromm back in the early 1900s, better ERAs against the Giants.
Clayton the Claw Kershaw is really good, and especially at home and especially against the Giants, and he does want to turn the resume around as far as what's happened here in 2022. To do that, he's probably got to avoid the walks. In his 7 wins, he's only walked 2 batters. But in the other 9 games where he's gotten some worse decisions and no decisions, he's almost walked over 3 every 9 innings pitched. So this arsenal right here, get it in the strike zone, especially that arm side fastball and the slider. And if we see him landing the curveball, which would be great in this heat to get the ball hit on the ground, that'll be a very good sign that the back is loose and feeling good.
They'll start against the Mets on Thursday. A run in the first inning. He gave up 1 hit and 3 walks, and then had 4 perfect innings after that. He said, Clayton, you know, it's been 9 years since he walked 3 guys in an inning. And he said, gosh, I hope. That was horrible. But he found it. And off we go here with his second start off of the injured list. Strike 1 on Lewis Brinson, who took the first pitch here. Did the opposite of that yesterday. Unleashed a swing and launched a home run. It was 1-0 Giants, 1 pitch in. In this series, he's 3 for 9, 3 home runs in the 2 games.
Talked to Tyler Anderson. He said, I just matched the pitch that he hit out the day before. That was a mistake by me, but Brinson didn't think it was a mistake.
Now Clayton Kershaw shows him a little bit of everything. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. He goes fastball, curveball, slider, 1 away.
And the last one is the best breaking ball because it looks like a strike, ends up a ball, great depth to it, and love the fact that he mixed the curveball in already.
First strikeout of the game. If he and the Dodgers get 10 of those today, everybody gets that free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink. Wilmer Flores grounds 1 foul. Flores hitting just a .146 over the last 2 weeks. One of those hits, though, his 5th career walk-off home run. You wouldn't think of him right away when you think of the good clutch hitters of the last decade or so, but he's the Mets' all-time leader in walk-off RBIs. He had 4 walk-off home runs in his Mets tenure. Here is in an 0-2 hole with Todd Tichenor giving Clayton Kershaw the high strike.
Maybe the strike zone will be a little bit bigger today because the temperatures are a little higher.
And those black umpire uniforms can't be cool. But clip the bat. Stays at 0-2 on Flores.
They should let them wear white today.
Yeah.
Those heavy gray pants. Sometimes a lot of them in the old days they were made of wool.
Another 0-2 pitch. One's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Clayton gave us the first sign today that it was really hot because when he came out of the dugout to start his stretching and then his warm-ups, he did not have his regular coat that he wears. Wears the coat usually during his stretching and his jogging and takes it off.
Did he go? Yes. Back-to-back Ks to open the afternoon.
One with a slider, one with a curveball, both right-handed hitters.
Designated hitter number 7, J.D.
And both far from making contact.
Austin Barnes chasing that ball in the dirt like it was a knuckleball. Get it when it stops rolling.
Here comes J.D. Davis, 3 for 8 against Clayton Kershaw. All 3 of those hits have left the yard. Strike 1 and a slider. Has a home run in this series. He has 5 home runs in his first month plus with the Giants. They got him in a trade from New York at the deadline. On an 0-1, Davis grounds one along third. Turner's there. Had a hard time getting it out of the glove, though, and Davis is aboard.
It's one of those ground balls that you have decision time. You're not going to let it go foul, so that's outside of your mind. But is it the bare hand play, or is it lay back, kind of glove it, and then get to it? He decides to glove it, and it kind of rolls up the heel of his glove, and that gives him the little bit of a bobble. And once he bobbles it and has to regroup, there's no shot.
The initial ruling is E5. Giving the Giants their first base runner of the game. And Clayton Kershaw still with a no-hitter intact.
Glad it's not 2 outs in the 9th in Chicago.
Yeah, not bad. Dylan Cease. That's a strike on Longoria. A couple guys drafted 4 picks apart 16 years ago. Evan Longoria, 3rd overall to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Clayton Kershaw, 4 picks after that to the Dodgers. Today's Giants starter, Alex Cobb, also part of that 2006 draft. He was a 4th rounder to the Devil Rays. Who knew? All they had to do is get rid of the Devil and they started winning. Changed the name and went to the World Series right after that. Exorcism championship.
Exactly.
Here comes an 0-2 pitch. Longoria watches a curve inside. Ball 1.
Clayton's like, haven't I earned that call? How can that left-handed curveball that starts in the left-handed batter's box, breaks all the way across the plate to slightly inside, not cross the plate?
So he'll try it again. Stop a fastball, and what a play by Freddie Freeman. He was pulled in. It was scorched down there, and he still snared it.
Good D, good pitching. What a play.
Here's our lineup today, brought to you by U.S. Bank. Same look at the top. Max Muncy out of the cleanup spot today with Will Smith getting the afternoon off. Justin Turner with a 15-game hitting streak. Bats 5th. In center field, Trace Thompson. Joey Gallows in left. Chris Taylor at 2nd, and Austin Barnes does the catching of Clayton Kershaw. Alex Cobb, the starter for the Giants today. He battled injuries during the first half, his first one with the Giants, but since his last injured list stint, which was back in mid-June, he's got a 2.58 ERA.
It's going to be mostly 2-seamer and split, and because he's had that problem when he was semi-hurt to hurt and then healthy, the stats are a little odd and conflicted. But if you just look at the short term of what he's done lately, it has been much better, getting a lot of ground balls, a lot of weak contact, getting a strikeout an inning, and he's been very, very solid.
Even between that sinker and splitter. When it comes to the splitter, he throws it more often than any other starting pitcher. And against the Dodgers this year, he's thrown it even more than he normally does. About half of the pitches have been splitters. Mookie Betts has homered against Alex Cobb twice. After 2 fastballs missed, this fastball is grounded to 3rd. It backs up Longoria. Long throw gets Betts.
A gremlin or something over there at third base, making these third basemen double clutch. Let's try somewhere else on the field. Trouble getting it out of the glove like Justin Turner did, but plenty of time as hard as the ball was hit. Nice routine 1-hop throw over to Villar.
Trey Turner with 1 away. Takes a strike. 2 for 4 yesterday. Turner with a hit and 5 in a row. With him, it almost feels like not even worth mentioning because there's always some kind of hit streak going on, it seems, with Trey Turner. 3 of them of at least 20 games since joining the Dodgers. First splitter that Cobb's thrown is in there, and here's an 0-2. Doubles up on it. At short. Just in time, Estrada gets Turner.
Fun little throwing motion there at shortstop.
Yeah.
A little sling over there. You can get on top at all. Watch this arm angle. It's like mostly second basemen throw that way, not shortstops.
Two up, 2 down, first inning, and up comes Freddie Freeman. He's got one of the 5 Dodger home runs in this series. Breaking pitch, which Cobb doesn't throw many of, steals a strike. And then a splitter misses. On yesterday's game, a 6-3 Dodger win. All 9 runs scored on homers. In the 2 games in the series, 19 of the 20 have scored on home runs. And you figure the ball's going to fly just as well today. 3-1 on Freeman. Next month he had 2 of them last night. Three-one pitch. Freddie Freeman fouls it off, and the count goes full. Final game between these teams in this park this year. Dodgers 11-4 against the Giants this year. 93-42 overall. Giants are 65-69. Payoff pitch from Alex Cobb. Freddie Freeman takes high. Dodgers have their first base runner. A 2-out walk from Freeman. And here is Muncy, who is more the same for him against these Giants. Now 20 home runs against San Francisco in his career.
I love the fact that when the ball was up, he stayed on top of it, didn't swing and miss, and you love the fact that he went full side and oppo.
Pretty close to a home run per series against the Giants. 20 in 68 games. He's continued to make mechanical tweaks. And he hasn't gone into detail for this most recent one, but he has at least said that it's with his lower half, and that's where the focus has been for him for most of this second half. Little tweaks of that lower half producing much better results.
Still using the little basic step back with his back foot to get some rhythm and load. But there has been another tweak since then. Lower half tweaks are, the flex of your knees, where you put the weight, more on the balls of your feet or the center, angle of your feet. Lots of little adjustments you can make.
He said what he liked last night more than the fact that there was one pull side, one to the opposite field, was the kind of the flight pattern of them. Neither of them were hit too high. More of a line drive personality to those home runs. Freeman at first, 2 out, 2-1 pitch. A foul, and it's 2-2.
There's the step back and then the swing. If he's feeling comfortable in getting results, that really lengthens this Dodger lineup.
Two. Chop foul. And you got at the top of the order, Betts, Turner, and Freeman, 3 guys that been among the best players all season long. The offense collectively has been the best in the league all season long. But when Muncy's doing his thing too, I mean, it's cliche to say it extends the lineup, but there's something about him where it really, really does extend it.
You add in a consistent 30 home run hitter a year. It's average and pop. And then Justin Turner's doing his thing on deck.
Back-to-back full counts after the 2 quick outs. And those are the guys first half of the season together were not performing to their baseball cards. Turner since late June has been the #1 hitter in the National League by average and by OPS. Once his turnaround started at the beginning of August. Freeman to get a head start. There he goes. Here it comes. A swing and a miss to finish off a scoreless first.
Watch all out-of-market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning on MLB.tv. Now for only $29.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Scoreless game to the second inning. Whatever it takes to take in a ball game. Thairo Estrada leads off the inning. Takes a strike from Kershaw with that arm side fastball. Throwing it more than ever this season. Fastball to the knees here is popped up. See how Taylor's shades work. Well enough.
The results with the arm side fastball have really dropped his overall fastball results. Almost by 100 points, the batting average down against his fastball compared to last year.
Yastrzemski takes a strike. Mike getting his first start of this series. Gabe Kapler having to just jam him in there. You know, normally platoons up and down the lineup, but 3 left-handed pitchers. If you're going to go straight platoon, he's not going to play. It's been just off of the bench in this series. And they faced quite a bit of left-handed pitching in this month of September, so he's not played much at all. It's been good when he has. He's reached more than half his plate appearances in September. And good against Kershaw. Now an 0-2. Takes low. Waits on a curve, sends it foul.
Giants offense has really been good in this series, of course, with 1 win and all the home runs they've hit. And it's without one of their hottest hitters because the left-hander thing, Jock Peterson.
Yeah.
Was he only had 1 at bat?
Got a chase and got his 3rd strikeout.
Really appreciate your pitcher throwing strikes, attacking, and putting people away as quick as possible in this heat. Get your fielders off the field, get them in there where it's a little cooler.
Two up, 2 down, 2nd inning. David VR having a monster series. David came into the series 3 for his last 40. He's gone 4 for 5 with a home run. Former 11th round pick. Nobody ever gave much of a chance, and he's the kind of guy that says he uses that. Wants to prove everybody wrong. Pops this one into short right field. Betts says he's got it and does. Kershaw with a 1-2-3 second. This inning off has had a bunch of hits. In fact, at least 1 in 15 games in a row, hitting .436 over that time. Guy's been the best hitter in the National League since late June by both average and OPS. Has the longest active hit streak as well. Turner, Thompson, Gallo coming up against Cobb here in the 2nd, who has a fastball in there for a strike. And now it's 1-1. Game hitting streak. Turner opens the 2nd with the first hit of the day for either side.
Always such great rhythm to his approach. That one, a splitter that's up that almost jammed him. Some of those splitters like that are like backup sliders that you can get jammed on, but Justin did a nice job pulling his hands in and getting the barrel to it.
Leadoff man aboard, Trayce Thompson at the plate. In what has been a fantastic reunion with the Dodgers, although that'll be his worst game. First game of this series. He struck out 4 times for the first time since his rookie year. Gets curveball, strike 1.
Cobb usually just sprinkles in that curveball.
Alex Cobb with that scoreless first inning, now 13 consecutive scoreless innings. 7 shutout innings against the Phillies his last time. Really good Phillies lineup that he shut down. Alex has had parts of 11 years in the major leagues. Debuted when he was 23 years old for Tampa Bay. It was back in 2011 and spent 6 years there. Although he missed almost 2 full years because of Tommy John. And then he goes to Baltimore, missed almost a full year because he had hip surgery. And then last year with the Angels, missed 2 months with a wrist problem and then a blister issue. Thompson knifes this one down the line, and it scoots to the corner. Yastrzemski will dig it out. Back-to-back hits to open the inning as the table set. Trayce Thompson with a double. Second and third, nobody out.
Dave Roberts in his media scrum today was asked about Trayce's splits, and because they thought Trayce would be better against left-handed pitching, but he has been dominant against right-handed pitching. Dave Roberts commented that he thinks the splits will balance out, but right now he's adding on against right-handers.
First scoring chance of the day for these teams. Joey Gallo has a home run against Alex Cobb and has a home run in this series. Not too many guys can break their bat and hit it here.
About 12 inches up from the butt end of the bat. That split with that strength.
Yeah, the home run was his 16th of the year. It was only his second against a left-handed pitcher. Actually, throughout Joey's career, he's almost dead even splits-wise, righties and lefties. On this 1-1 from Cobb, it hits him on the elbow to load the bases. That one sounded like it hurt.
He's got that pad there. And I don't know if it was loud because of the pad or loud because it was bone. The way he's shaking it off, I don't know how much pad it got.
I hope that was a pad.
Yeah, me too.
Jeez.
You get that with big power hitters because in the pitcher's mind, he's saying, I'm going inside, but I am not going to miss out over the plate. If I miss, I'm going to miss in. Well, he sure did.
So they're loaded up with nobody out for Chris Taylor. Ball 1 from Cobb. Taylor 0 for 3 strikeouts yesterday, and is hitting just 165 since coming off of the injured list. And Dave Roberts, almost like he just copy and pasted from questions about Max Muncy earlier this year and used him on Taylor. It's a guy that you keep giving a chance because of the track record. Give him a chance to find it. And he also said Chris is a winning player. Even if he's struggling at the plate, he's doing things with his versatility and what he does at whatever spot you put him to contribute defensively where there's still value. It's not a nothing with his offensive struggles. On a 2-0 from Cobb. Takes ball 3.
Bases loaded, no out, 3-0 count. Explosive offensive team the Dodgers are. Sometimes when they score one, they still score a bunch. Here's the one he's going to cut it loose on if he gets a strike. Can default to a fastball.
Here it comes. Sharp grounder to a drawn-in Estrada, who comes home for one, wins the first late.
Well, there's part of the winning player, staying out of the double play with your speed, hitting the ball hard in a bases loaded no out situation. Just unlucky that it was right at the shortstop, but not taking anything for granted and hustling all the way, staying out of the double play and still setting this up as a possible big inning for the Dodgers.
And bringing up the very hot Austin Barnes. We're all very hot today, but he's been hot lately. Hitting .435 over a 7-game on-base streak, and he's got 3 home runs in those 7 games. Bases loaded, second inning. Barnes shoots the first one foul. Here's his home run from earlier in this series.
Breaking ball that he got over the middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it. He has watched Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts all attack early, and that's what he did right here in this at bat here today. Not afraid to let the bat go.
The 0-1 pitch. Chased. Good splitter that time, 0-2.
Same area the fastball was at that he fouled off, and then he goes right back to that window, but this one just goes straight down.
Well, for Alex Cabo, besides getting healthy, the other big change has been he's been much better in these situations with his back against the wall. And he says it's come with a shift in mindset where he said instead of like, OK, I'm going to try and get out of this, he says no, he tries to look at it like the last out of a complete game opportunity every time that there's traffic against him. And an unsustainably poor start with runners in scoring position has evened out as the year has gone on.
Yeah, overall it's 313, but
still really
lately,
high.
But lately, you're right, it is way down. And he was bad from the stretch, not just with runners in scoring position early on.
Just missed with a perfectly placed 97-mile-per-hour sinker.
Sometimes they take care of the catchers.
Hard to throw it much better than that. Alex Cobb gets more strike 3 called on that pitch than any pitcher in baseball.
That's the one Austin Barnes wants back. Right down the heart of the plate. Reminds me of the pitch we saw him hit the home run off of when we replayed that. Look at this. The home run was a little slider that hung right there. That was a splitter that stayed right down the middle.
He was almost rolling his eyes at himself on contact. It was right away. He knew he had one to hit and missed. Single from Turner, double from Thompson. Gallo was hit to load him up. Bases loaded, 1 away, 1-2 from Alex Cobb. Austin Barnes tries to lay off, but he went around, and it'll be up to Mookie Betts.
You just had a feeling that when Cobb hangs the splitter before, if they call it again, he's going to make sure he buries it, and he did.
Alex Cobb in some pain here. I mean, the reason you'd say no is because there's no training staff here, but he was walking around and kind of bending over oddly and shaking his head.
He's had neck issues this year. He's had right side issues this year.
Groin. 34-year-old former Dodgertown bat boy from Vero Beach. Dodgers loaded the bases with nobody out. Still trying to crack through. Mookie Betts, who's homered against Cobb twice. First pitch breaker for a strike. Everything must be okay with Cobb. Worth keeping an eye on, though. The 0-1 is lifted to center field, and Cobb is going to get out of this mess. Bases loaded, nobody out situation, and the Dodgers turned away empty-handed. No score, top 3. You know how hard it is to keep your house cool in stretches like this? How about the stadium operations and facility staff here at Dodger Stadium keeping this place running, keeping this place cool, led by David Edford, his entire staff. I mean, it's hard keeping a little house cool. How about this massive stadium with this incredible heat wave? David, anything you can do about air conditioning down on the mound? Can we pull that off? Austin wins. Takes a strike from Clayton Kershaw.
As long as the air conditioner is blowing in when the Dodgers are on defense and it's blowing out when they're hitting.
Right. You should whisper that part, though.
That's what used to happen in the Astrodome.
Yeah. All kinds of little tricks.
Yep. They used to turn the air on and open certain doors so the air would flow out when they were hitting, and it would flow the opposite direction when we were hitting.
The ever creative Bill Veeck, longtime baseball executive, when he was a minor league GM, had his fences on tracks, and he would move them based on the team that was coming in. You know, if it was a powerful left-handed hitting lineup with those right field fences, we're going to shift back a little bit on those wheels.
Back in the day, not in my day, but prior, they would manicure the mounds and change the height slightly for certain guys. And then, of course, the length of the grass and watering down the track. If you were a guy that was going up against people that were base stealers, make sure the gets a little bit muddy around the bases and especially leading off first base.
A 1-2 to Wins is chopped to third. Turner waits on it. Yeah, he gets in for the first out of the inning. We were talking last night about the old fair foul play, where it used to be legal or fair as long as the ball bounced fair, even if it spun foul, you could keep on running. And so groundskeepers that had teams with guys that liked that play used to have this big slope off of the diamond, so guys would hit it fair. And not only would it spin foul, but it would like roll into the people standing along the field. This is back late 1800s, early 1900s, and it was a fair ball. So the fielders would have to go burrowing into the crowd to try and find the ball while these little guys went running around the field. Luis Gonzalez takes a ball. The best fair foul hitter ever. His name is Dickie Pierce. Dickie Pierce. Yep, I'm not lying. And as I tell you that, I regret it, but Dickie Pierce, 1870s. Oh boy.
Don't worry, I lost it before you.
Maybe we should have called him by his birth name, which was Richard. Okay. New York, St. Louis. Best fair foul hitter of them all. 2-2 on Gonzalez.
You know, the fields were crowned a lot, like you said. And the worst crown in the modern day was at Wrigley. And before these multi-million-dollar drainage systems were designed so they could have the field flat, and wherever the rain came in, they could bring it in, or they could squeegee it to the drains that are usually behind second base and shortstop.
That's a base hit for Gonzalez into center field.
But at Wrigley, when you would round third or try to round first, you rounded first, you felt like you were going uphill. And when you rounded third, coming home and you're busting it and you got to get there, you felt like you were going to go right into the Cubs dugout. You had to really concentrate on your turns and make sure you get your spikes into the ground. And especially when it was raining a little bit, because the grass gets so slippery. So you get on the side of your spikes And on there where you only got 1 or 2 in the ground, you just slipped and you didn't score the run. And a lot of times you were out going back to third. But not anymore.
Lewis Brinson lays a bunt down sharply to first. Freddie Freeman will beat him to the bag. In the scoring position goes Gonzalez.
A few of the right-handed hitters have been attempting that but not getting it down, but that was the first one to get down. They've been trying to push it hard by the left-handed starters. The Dodgers have had all 3 in this series. This one a little bit too close to first base. He's trying to get it by Kershaw to the vacated second base area.
Giants getting their first hit against Kershaw from the 9-hitter Luis Gonzalez, who is in scoring position for Wilmer Flores. Strikeout victim his first time. Curve for a strike.
We've seen this for so many years, and boy, it is still hard for the league to pull the trigger when the ball starts above your head.
You said during the pregame show that's what you were most interested in seeing him being able to do. Why is that?
Well, you have to hang on to the curveball the longest to throw it for a strike or to bury it, and that means you probably have helped it too with your back, waiting for your back to bend a little bit. Where the fastball you can be more behind the ball, the slider a little bit on top of the baseball, but the curveball you're trying to get into the front of it. And to get to the front of the baseball, you use your back. You really hold on to it for a while. I always say the best pitching is about 1 heartbeat after your front foot lands. That's when you want to really explode and get over your front leg.
2-1 from Kershaw is lifted to left. There's Joey Gallo. That's the inning. No score. Middle 3.
21st when the D-backs come to town. Watch a member of the Kings throw out the first pitch and purchase a special ticket pack to receive an exclusive hockey jersey. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/Kings.
All right, Kirsten, no score in this one as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for LA. Trey Turner grounded to short his first time. Grounds to third this time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Aaron Judge has hit his 55th. 4th straight game with a home run.
The other watch is Albert Pujols.
Yeah, he's sitting at 695.
Yeah.
Because Albert doesn't play every day,
right?
It's going to take a really awesome run.
I just want to hear the announcement he's coming back next year.
I mean, that'd be great.
If it was fun and he promised the family, you know, a light spring training, and then I'll play until I set some records and we'll be done.
Wouldn't that be so cool, though, to hit 700 and have that be your last swing in the majors?
That'd be great.
1-1 to Freddie Freeman. Cardinals pretty much have the Central wrapped up. Looked like the Mets pretty much had the East wrapped up, but they are in a first place tie now. Braves are in first for the first time all year. Mets have been at least in a share of first every day since April 12th. Got a doubleheader today against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's see, they were winning the first game. It's gone final. They won. Full count on Freeman. They also, though, placed Max Scherzer on the injured list. The initial word is that it's going to be a minimum stay for Scherzer. That'd take him through September 19th, but of course anybody that you put on the IL this time of year, that's going to scare you. That's a walk for Freddie Freeman, his second of the day.
For 13, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy went into yesterday's game 3 for his last 27 and proceeded to hit 2 home runs and double. He's worked in that breaking pitch a little more than we're used to seeing.
He's thrown it 9 times and stolen 7 strikes with it.
Throws it again, strike 2. Let's check in with Kirsten.
Well, Joe, yesterday after Max Muncy had a 3-hit game, and of course 2 of those being homers that he used both sides of the field with, he told us that yesterday in the cage ahead of the game, he had found something that had just finally clicked. He, of course, had been working on a lot of things here and there mechanically, but for him yesterday, it started to feel a lot more natural, and so he was able to bring that into the game, and at that point, he knew that things right now are in a really good spot, guys.
Good news for the team. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball past the diving VR. Base hit Max Muncy. And the Dodgers again mounting threat against Cobb.
Runners on in every inning. Setting the table has not been a problem. And then Max fortunate right here out in front of a splitter. But boy, did he hit it hard to get it through the infield.
Brings up Justin Turner, who has one of the 3 Dodger hits in this game to extend his hitting streak to 16, which this is surprising for me, Orel. It matches his career high. The 16-gamer in 2017. Comes back to find the corner.
0-0 on the scoreboard, but Clayton Kershaw is winning the pitch efficiency battle. You see 54 there for Cobb, and he's got 2 more outs to get through 3. Clayton Kershaw threw 3 already with only 38 pitches. Freddie with a really good secondary lead and out there on his front foot, just watching that ball possibly get away. Put the brakes on at the right time, but another foot or 2 if that ball rolls away. He's off to third.
Two on, 1 out, 1-1 offering. Boy, that thing moves a mile.
Not only left to right, a little bit of a dip there at the tail end of it. When it's moving that much and coming down when it's that high, that's some outstanding rotation.
Took a breaker low. Count evens 2-2.
A really good take.
Dodgers had the bases loaded, nobody out last inning. We got a walk from Freeman and a single from Muncy here to tee things up for Turner.
Little welcome cloud cover right now.
Yeah. Here comes the 2-2. Just outside, and he's just not gotten that call. He's needed to get all of the corner, not getting anything off it from Todd Kitchener.
You got to have an umpire that really hangs with your pitches when you've got this much movement. Can't give up on them. That one was a ball, but he wanted it.
Now the payoff. Got him with a high fastball.
Some good takes by Justin Turner during the at bat. This one's borderline right in there where he got the called strike. It just made him offer.
Number 25, Bryce Thompson.
So the Dodgers 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position over these last 2 innings. And it'll be up to Trayce Thompson this time around. Trayce doubled last inning. Freeman at second, Muncy at first. Cobb to the plate. Thompson takes a strike. You got strike one with a breaking ball, which he normally throws just over 10% of the time. It's making up close to a quarter of his mix today.
Hasn't had good luck with the Dodgers this year, and first few times around was more splitters. Now he's decided to mix in the breaking ball more to get him off his tracks.
It's interesting. Miguel Vargas is on deck. That's Joey Gallo's spot in the order. Got him. So the Dodgers with another opportunity that goes by the wayside. Still no score. Is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The Sourdough Star is back at Carl's Jr. Bite into it today with no delivery fee through the app. And by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. So Miguel Vargas, who is going to pinch hit for Joey Gallo, is into the game in left after Gallo was hit on the elbow by this pitch. J.D. Davis leads off the inning against Clayton Kershaw, who fires a nice slider for strike one. Davis was the first man to reach. It was initially ruled an error on Justin Turner. That's been changed, and so Davis is 1 for 1. Into left center field. Vargas immediately gets involved. Not going to be an easy day for an outfield newbie. Anybody, even the guys that have been playing outfield their whole lives, talk about how it can be hard to track those low line drives like that on day games here with the reflection off the seats.
Yeah, it's not easy, and the ball seems to find you.
He played his first career big league game in the outfield earlier on this homestand. Had never played the outfield period before AAA this year. Longoria with one away, watches strike one.
12 of 13 for Clayton Kershaw on first pitch strikes. Much appreciated from his guys on defense, and he gets a nice pitcher's count.
When he gets that, the league's hitting 140. So that doom and the fact that you can count on getting a strike means that people swing at the first pitch against him more often than any other pitcher. Nasty curve, huh?
Fastball low and away, fastball up and in, curve ball for a strike. You are out in front.
Didn't get the call there. Count evens 2-2. The league, when they put the first pitch in play, hitting .404.
That last fastball up and away, perfect window if he wants to come back with the curveball or the slider.
That works too. Number 4 for Kershaw.
Number 39, Thairo Estrada.
Thairo Estrada popped out his first time. He's got a 10-game hitting streak coming in. Strike one. You know, those first pitch averages are a little misleading because on the first pitch the possible outcomes are weighed more positively than the deeper counts. Sliding into center field, Trace Thompson will make the catch and end the inning. It's also a reason though to be aggressive on that first pitch. Into the game, and he'll face the pitcher that he debuted against and got his first 2 career hits against, in Alex Cobb.
Early, really good memories, not only to start your career, but now as you walk up to the plate in Dodger Stadium, used to be in the grays against this guy, now he's in the home whites, feeling good. Contributed on defense like Joey Gallo did yesterday, and Joey Gallo's next at bat after retiring the side with a diving catch. Hit a home run. Let's see what Vargas can do.
Only 1 hit since that game against Cobb. Fastball for a strike. Oh, and 2. Handcuffed him a little bit with that breaker.
Alex Cobb is not one to pound his head against a wall. He has changed himself every time he's faced the Dodgers, and especially when he hasn't gotten good results. First outing, it was about, here's my normal ratios. Second outing was more splits I'm going to throw. This outing, more breaking balls.
Got ahead, and now it's 3-2. Payoff pitch to Miguel Vargas. Kirsten.
Yeah, guys, we all saw Joey Gallo exit the game. We now receive the news that it's a right elbow contusion. So hopefully we'll get some more information after the game. But at this moment, it's a right elbow contusion, guys.
Okay. Did not sound good. And that elbow pad, even if it did hit the pad by elbow pad standards, was a pretty small one. Another payoff. And a fly ball into left center field. That is caught by Gonzalez. Nice play by Luis Gonzalez to take a hit away from Miguel Vargas.
Wasn't hit exceptionally hard, but it was hit in almost the right spot. The ball just kind of curved back, and it was a great, accurate route to capture this one.
Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor reached on fielder's choice his first time. Looking for his first hit of this series. It's another curve, and it's low. One and one. That is just foul.
You want that one bad, to be fair, especially when you hit bases loaded, no out. You hit the ball hard in a 3-1 fastball, and they get the force out at home. Now you go up your next at bat. You want a little redemption.
Now 1-2 pitch. Well, you can see why he gets so many called strikes on that pitch. Right at the last minute, it comes back towards the zone. Gets in on Taylor with this one, and it's rolled to VR for the second out. And now a word from Jack in the Box.
Mix Good Good sauce with my new spicy Good Good sauce for spicy Good 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 sauce.
No score. Bottom 4. Here's Barnes. Oh, jeez. And Alex is getting flummoxed.
Wow.
Wants to know why.
The heat can get to your concentration even as an umpire.
Flummoxed, probably an understatement. Getting angry at this point. And squeezed down a few of those. Line drive over Flores. Barnes extends his on-base streak to 8 games. And hitting above 450 in that time.
It's a really nice approach. This breaking ball is sharp over the middle of the plate, kind of like the first one that got squeezed on, but boy, he just stays right on it. Good solid line drive. Get up ball, and it does.
That was the 20th curveball that Alex Cobb has thrown today. It's only the 3rd time this year that he's thrown that many. Inning kept alive for Mookie Betts. Took a fastball strike to get the call in the inside corner. That's just 1 out of 10 in these 3 games. Twenty runs over the first 2 games of this series from these teams combined. Nothing so far today.
Base runners in every inning for the Dodgers, but no runs.
Guys grinding away. Game 136 on this hot, sunny Wednesday afternoon. A lot of the crowd is tucked up under the overhangs. Any shade they can get.
Good seat still available, a little lower.
Look at that. Look at that seat.
Euchre seat.
On 3-1, Betts looks at ball 4. Back-to-back 2 out base runners. And this is now 3 innings in a row they've had a runner in scoring position.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
2 on 2 out, Trey Turner.
Trey's been an RBI man for him all year with 90 ribbies. You need him right here.
It's already 13 more than his previous career high. Knocked in 77 last year. Still with a little less than a month to play. Chance for him to track down 100. Barnes at second, Betts at first. That is launched into left center field. Brinson is there. And the Dodgers are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position today. It is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. You see more of those number 22 jerseys than any other walking around Dodger Stadium. One of the all-time greats. Putting together another good outing and another one against the Giants. Facing the rival for the 56th time in his 15 years. 1.99 ERA against San Francisco. Today he's struck out 4. And given up just 2 singles. Yastrzemski VR wins coming up. Yastrzemski bunts the first pitch foul. One of the strikeout victims of Kershaw. Chased a good slider low and away.
You move the qualifying minimum down to around 95 innings, and Clayton Kershaw with batting average against in the top 10. Earned run average in the National League in the top 10. Creeping closer to the top 5. So when healthy, he is still ace-like. And that is becoming more and more important.
Yeah. Yastrzemski into center field with a leadoff base hit. Yeah, it's more than just a nice, cool, sentimental thing. It's essential for this team's playoff hopes.
Yeah, you feel like Julio Urias for sure. Pencil him in game 1, game 2. Clayton Kershaw healthy. Pencil him in game 1, game 2. Dustin May somewhere in the mix there. Tyler Anderson, we'll see where he fits in. Hopefully Tony Gonsolin gets back in time. A few people have asked me how many starts does Tony Gonsolin need to be ready for the first series. You'd like him to get probably 2 in the regular season and then be ready for the first series.
David Villar flied out his first time. And you got to remember too, the way, and not just the Dodgers, but the Dodgers certainly in the postseason use their pitchers. You don't often see a guy throwing 110 pitches. Right. So if you can get 4 or 5 innings out of a guy, there are still ways to make that work. 1-2. Would you prefer to get 110 to get 7 innings? Of course. But teams are built now to be able to handle it differently.
I think the more question marks there are, the more you're looking at a pitching staff, not a starting rotation and a bullpen. Mix and match. Maybe your long guy or your bulk guy somebody will come in the 2nd or 3rd inning. Maybe it's a guy that like a Dustin May where you go, I want him in the high leverage innings. We're going to take him from the 5th and hopefully he finishes the game. You just never know depending on the opponent and what's happening with the staff and everybody's health. How many reps have they gotten? How rested are they? I think they will think through it, and it will be very specific according to the opponent and what's going on.
Yastrzemski at first, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. VR cracks one in the air, right center field. Thompson back. That one's gone. And the home run returns. 2-0 Giants. VR's second of the series. And 21 of the 22 runs in these 3 games have come in that form.
All of Clayton's swings and misses today have been on breaking pitches, all 9 of them. This one is not a swing and miss, and it is a breaking ball, the slider that was up. The ball is carrying. Whoa, it's calling everywhere. Did he catch that and rob it from her hat?
What a play. Did he go down the stairs too?
He might have.
Did he hold on?
We don't know.
How about David Villar? 27 home runs in the minors. That's his 3rd as a big leaguer. 2nd of this series. So the Giants have a 2-0 lead. No balls, 1 strike on Austin wins.
So now it's 21 of the 22 runs come via the home run in this series. Wow. Home run derby. Dodgers Giants. They got 8. We got 5. We still got 1 game each with a few innings to go.
Villar, the guy we were talking about yesterday, who the Giants are going to give some run here in September and see what he can do at some different positions. He's 3rd baseman by trade. He started all 3 games of this series at first base. Swing and a miss from Wins. 1 away in the 5th inning on the 5th strikeout from Kershaw.
5 strikeouts is going to lead us to Jack in the Box, and Clayton Kershaw with this patented curveball gets it done. Some jumbo jacks on the line now if they get to 10.
That's the 60th pitch for Kershaw, who threw 74 of them in New York his first time back. We'll see. You can always expect, 15-ish, 10-15 pitch jump. Luis Gonzalez takes a strike, or I say that he offered, but a strike either way. And Dave Roberts said before the game that ain't no restrictions, but they would watch. And of course, there's always some restrictions.
Restrictions are baseball related today. No governor.
Mm-hmm. It's 1-2.
Fastball's been crisp today. Good location, 91, 92 consistently. It really hasn't gone down into the 80s, the high 80s. That tells me the back's feeling good, because the back's feeling good. You get the good separation between your hips and your shoulders, so the lever system gets you that arm speed. I mean, we've seen it when it's a little achy that the fastball will creep down to 87. Well, that was a slider right there at 87. So you know the arm speed is really good.
Got a chase. Got his 6K.
Another good slider. Forever they have started at the knees looking like a strike and ended up down.
Frustrating hitters for a little more than a decade now since he added that pitch. Lewis Brinson pops the first pitch that he sees. It was a curveball. And foul ground for Freddie Freeman to finish off the top of the 5th. Giants on the board and a home run from David Villar. Halfway home, 2-zip. Mobile coverage cam. 21 of the 22 runs in this series have scored on home runs.
For a night game, the ball carries really well during batting practice, and then all of a sudden it drops 15 degrees, doesn't carry as well during the game. Well, it has carried well during the night games here in this series, and it's definitely carried well today.
Light at the end of the tunnel. Looks like Saturday it's supposed to get down into the 80s, but 90s until then. Dodgers in a hole, 2-0. Bottom of the 5th inning as Freddie Freeman comes up to lead off. Freddie's walked both times against Cobb.
A little more free and easy here pitching to Freddie with the 2-run lead now. Series on the line. Giants, that's about all they're playing for now. Just try and win series and pad your ego a little bit going into the offseason.
Freeman shoots a base hit the other way to lead off the 5th. Well, here they go again, Orel. Getting guys on has not been a problem.
Not at all. It's nice to do it with no outs. They had bases loaded, no out, and couldn't get it done. First and second, 2 out, couldn't get it done. Push him around to scoring position and shove him in. Freddie Freeman, the hit leader.
It's opened up a 5-hit lead over Trey Turner. Tying run up there in the form of Max Muncy, who lays a bunt down to beat the shift with a base hit. How about that? Using the different clubs. Dave Roberts loves it.
That is sweet and well executed. And Dave Roberts, who was a very good bunter. And when these guys go into their bunting practice, Dave is out there, right there around the cage. Bob Guerin big into that. And this is a perfect bunt. Kept the barrel up, just placed it out there, and all you got to do is get it down when that's the defense.
4th straight inning. Doc's club has had a man in scoring position. Freddie Freeman, a fan of the play as well.
We're playing baseball right now.
Strike on Turner.
That's where they attacked him in the last at bat. The top of the strike zone away. Got him to chase in a 3-2 count. A slight chase. Something you had to protect with, but it ended up being a little high. He's had good takes on the breaking stuff, the splitter and the breaking ball. He's wandered a little bit with the fastball.
Tying run aboard, nobody out, bottom of the 5th. Rubber game between the Dodgers and the Giants as Justin Turner swings and misses. Good splitter from Cobb.
The splitter's like the changeup. You want it near the middle of the plate with outstanding action. You want to do something with it to make the hitter swing. You don't want to have to throw another one. If it ends up borderline, the umpire doesn't get you one. You don't get them to swing, so don't go for the edges. Right there in the middle, like the guys with the changeup in the Dodger rotation.
High fly ball. Will it carry through this hot air? Yeah! Dodgers take the lead. Guess how? Home run! this season for Justin Turner. Dodgers 3, Giants 2.
Dieter can start playing up, and away in my beautiful balloon. This is way up there. A breaking pitch down by his ankles. He gets the bat on the plane of the ball and just launches it out of here. That thing was in the air a long time. Can you believe it? You should. It's the third game, and it's been carrying the whole time. I think we're playing in Albuquerque.
Man, oh man. You see any RVs parked out there?
In the lava rock?
Union Marte warming as Trace Thompson lifts one to left. And Luis Gonzalez will put it away. Greatest show of all time. Breaking Bad.
I think so. For me.
Yeah, and for me too. It's personal, right? Yeah. People have, some say The Sopranos, some say The Wire. So the Dodgers finally take advantage of the traffic against Cobb. And that's going to do it for him. 93 pitches. Gabe Kapler coming out.
'22 Spectrum Sports Educator Sweepstakes. 8 lucky winners will receive a $50 gift certificate from Shakey's Pizza, plus a teaching kit. Enter online at SpectrumEducator.com for your chance to win.
Justin Turner's home run has the Dodgers ahead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the rookie righty Union Marte is on to pitch.
Faced the Dodgers a couple nights ago and got roughed up a little bit for a run. He's looking to redeem himself a little bit here. The Dodgers looking to tack on.
With the 22-year-old from Cuba coming to the plate, Miguel Vargas.
Marte struck him out a couple nights ago. Marte faced Vargas, Bellinger, and Barnes, the first 3 hitters that night.
Today, Vargas came off of the bench for Joey Gallo, left the game with an elbow contusion on a hit by pitch. And Vargas flied out his first time up. Well, the Padres, we were talking about that game last night. They were down 5-0. Padres came back and won 6-5 on a 2-run single from Jorge Alfaro. National League leading 10th walk-off win. And so their cushion for the last wild card spot is back up to 3 games over the Milwaukee Brewers, who had the opposite outcome yesterday. They blew a 6-1 8th inning lead at Coors Field. And they're losing again there today. 8-4, middle 9 in Colorado. Three and 2.
Mainly going to get fastball slider from Marte. Vargas on that last pitch, just fouling it back.
And a walk. 4th man to reach in this inning.
Second baseman, Chris Taylor.
Taylor 0 for 2. Yeah, it'll become a souvenir. 0-1. We had an electric guitar version of the national anthem today that was very good. From an artist named Ben. His whole name.
You think it's his whole name, or you think he shortened his whole name?
I think he shortened it, but
okay. But for now, it's his whole name.
There's Ronaldo, there's Oprah, there's Ben. 1-1 strike on Chris Taylor. It was on this date in 1918. Red Sox and Cubs were playing, and a band started playing the Star Spangled Banner spontaneously in the 7th inning stretch, and the fans loved it. And so this is during the World Series, played early that year, pandemic and war reasons. When the series moved to Boston, they played it pregame. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Taylor, and it became a tradition for the World Series after that and for opening day, because those were the 2 times when there were bands at the parks. The PA systems got installed next couple decades, and then the patriotism around World War II meant that it was played before every game.
I think it's a beautiful tradition.
A 1-2 pitch from Marte to Taylor is taken high. The other thing that happened in the 1918 World Series, that was when Babe Ruth really started to blossom as a two-way player. Boston beat the Cubs in that World Series, their 4th World Championship in 7 years. They wouldn't win another for a long, long time.
The curse of the Bambino.
Uh-huh.
Don't ever trade the Babe.
No. Two out.
It's a little firmer than Cobb's 2-seamer. That 4-seamer right there from Marte.
Dodgers 3, Giants 2, bottom of the 5th. That was the Spanish flu pandemic. Spain was neutral during World War I, so they hadn't imposed any restrictions on the media, any censorship on the newspapers, which meant that they were the one country that was reporting really freely about how bad the pandemic was. And so it felt like it was particularly bad in Spain, and that's how it became known as the Spanish flu. The Babe actually came down with the flu twice in that 1918 breakout season. So bad for him, he was in the hospital for a couple days. Treated him for what they thought initially was a problem with his tonsils, thought he had tonsillitis. Runner at first, 2 away. 0-2 pitch from Marte to Barnes is swung on and missed. Dodgers take the lead, though, on a 3-run home run from Justin Turner.
Bobblehead Night presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel on September 22nd. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
All right, Kirsten, that's a sweet bobblehead. First Dustin May bobblehead. Braving the conditions, enjoying a day at Dodger Stadium, and watching LA take a 3-2 lead in a Justin Turner home run. Clayton Kershaw's back out there for a 6th inning of work. The lone blemish on his line, the 2-run home run from David Villar last inning.
This inning could possibly finish off the outing for Clayton. Would love to walk off the mound with the lead still.
Slider dives a little bit low. Flores, Davis, Longoria. Wilmer's 0 for 2.
You could think about Clayton Kershaw extending his pitch count somewhere around 90, but this being the day game and as hot as it is, you might value these pitches a little higher on the strenuous meter and kind of keep him around 80, 85.
Curve gets a flail and a miss. 1-2.
Nice long rest from the 3-run homer and the pitching change the last inning. With a second win coming into this inning.
Curveball gets him swinging. 7 strikeout for Clayton Kershaw.
All of them with the breaking balls, the slider and this curveball again.
Coming into the game, the previous outings against this Giants lineup, the fastball had been the one that had given them their biggest problems. Dodgers by a run, 1 away in the 6th. Up comes J.D. Davis. Single in the 1st, fly out in the 4th. Davis takes a little high. Hey, remember when early on we were thinking it might be a little bigger zone so Todd Tichenor wouldn't have to wear
black all day in the heat? Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Bad read.
Bad read.
Still a bad read.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. 2-1.
That lovely cloud cover has disappeared. A nice breeze blowing out to right now. As if the ball doesn't carry enough. We've got to add a little wind.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier, but you have a guy here in J.D. Davis who has taken Kershaw deep 3 times. Two balls and 2 strikes. Curveball pulled into left for a base hit for Davis. Vargas over to get it with a backhand. Davis content with a single.
All the strikeouts with breaking balls, but we've had a few. The home run and now this single off of breaking balls. It's kind of easy to say as many sliders as he throws, and he's really relying on the curveball today, that he's going to give up some hits on some spinners.
Giants have done a good job with 2 strikes. 4 of their 5 hits have come with 2 strikes. Tying on the board, Longoria at the plate. 1 for 11 in this series. The Long Beach native takes a ball. It's foul. Next pitch will be the 80th. There's some minor movement down in the bullpen. Nobody really warming yet.
Everybody's got their own routine. It's never offensive to the starting pitcher or the pitcher on the mound to see action down there. You don't like to hear the pop of the glove, but you don't mind the stretching. If you have a good game going and you want to go deeper into the game and you start hearing the pop of the glove down there, that's when you look over at the bench and you stare at your pitching coach or your manager like, really? I don't want any help.
Blake Snell talks about that really ruining his mindset in the World Series, the decisive Game 6 loss, when he was cruising and he looked down there and saw, I think it was Nick Anderson. It was Nick Anderson down there warming. And he's thinking, what do they see that I don't like? It's the best I've ever felt. Are you kidding me? And he said, too, I should have been more mentally tough than this, but they threw him off his game.
It is a distraction. And it is like, what do they see that I don't see? They don't have confidence in me. Am I losing something? You just, you got to stop the spiral in your brain. It can also motivate you. You know, if you're struggling a little bit and you know you're starting to lose it and you walk a guy and then all of a sudden you start hearing cracks in the glove down in the bullpen and the pitching coach is coming out and your catcher's coming out to stall for him. It can motivate you too. Change the brain chemistry.
Curve gets Longoria. He's had it working today.
8 strikeouts, all with the breaking balls, both sliders and the curveball. Arm side fastball kind of sets this kind of stuff up, and this one just lingers out there by the outside corner. It's 72 miles an hour.
Tying run at first, 2 away for Thairo Estrada. The curveball to get Longoria was his 16th today. He's only thrown more than 16 twice. Good slider. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The key for the rest of the game for both pitching staffs, and especially Kershaw right here, is to get the ball hit on the ground or make them swing and miss. Don't let them get it in the air. That's when the bad things have been happening. Down, 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 down. If you go up, you go way up.
Back to Kershaw. He's got it. He's through 6 with a 3-2 lead. Brought to you by Jack in the Box. Spicy chicken strips are back at Jack in the Box for a limited time, starting at just $5.49. And by the SoCal BMW Centers. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Clayton Kershaw, 2 really good outings off of the injured list in New York last week, and today through 6 innings. Yeah, it looks like that's going to do it for him as Dave Roberts comes over. 86 pitches, just the 2 runs, both coming on 1 swing. The home run from David Villar. Strikes out 8, doesn't walk anybody.
In line to get his 8th victory. 11 innings since he's been back. An ERA right around 2.4, which is lower than his year ERA that's in the top 10. So very well done.
Ball 1 on Mookie Betts. 8 strikeouts in this game. Yeah, really continuation from what he did after the first inning in New York. When it took him, he said, just 1 inning to kind of settle back in. Betts down the left field line. foul. He was also maybe purging from his system in that first inning in New York. Because keep in mind what kind of creature of routine and timing Clayton Kershaw is. A crazy long bus trip to the stadium that day. There was horrible traffic in New York all week because the U.S. Open was going on right there. And the bus that he was on, which was very early on his start day, left very early around lunchtime, got hung up. It's a liner to left. Gonzalez plays it on a bounce, and Betts has a base hit to open the 6th. So instead of it taking, it could take like a half an hour with a little bit of traffic. It could take closer to an hour if there's the kind of traffic there was. Something happened with the route that bus took, and it took like an hour and a half for Kershaw's bus to get there in his first start off of the injured list, his first start in a month. So maybe felt a little bit out of whack.
Hour and a half in the bus, and you've been worried about a bad back. That is not a good formula, and especially like what you said with the way he loves timing specifically in his routine.
Strike on Trey Turner. Is it pronounced Tiafoe? Francis Tiafoe, the American that beat Rafael Nadal?
I can't confirm or deny.
It was a great match. The round of 16 on Monday took Nadal down, and we're getting confirmation from George, cameraman up here in the booth. Francis Tiafoe, 22nd ranked, takes down number 2 Nadal. And then won the quarter today, so he's into the semifinal. Straight sets today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Justin Brule getting ready. Beat Andrei Rublev today, who is number 9 in the world. One-two from Marte is in the dirt. That's not going anywhere. Count evens 2-2. It's always fun when there's an American that makes a great run in the U.S. Open and the crowds get behind him, which they certainly did in that match against Nadal yesterday or on Monday.
Is Marte in his stretch doing an ode to Kershaw? Watch the glove and the hand go way above his head like Clayton. So much of Clayton's mechanics and style when he stretches or winds up was developed very early in life. It wasn't something that was really coached.
Another 2-2 from Marte to Trey Turner. Count goes full. Grounded to short. They'll get the out at second. That's all with Turner running. So the Dodgers wrapping up this homestand today. They hit the road for a long divisional trip down to San Diego, then Arizona, then San Francisco. Dustin May going to face the Padres, looking for a bounce back outing against them on Friday. And then Urias Saturday, Heaney on Sunday. Another call to the bullpen coming here from Gabe Kapler, it looks like. And a 3-2 game in the 6th.
Presented by Cadillac. A group of Dodgers, including Dave Roberts, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, and Alex Vesia, tour the new Jackie Robinson Museum in New York. And Joey Gallo returns to New York and discusses how being traded to the Dodgers has helped improve his offensive production this season. Don't miss Backstage Dodgers, presented by Cadillac, this Friday.
Left-hander Alex Young in his first season with the Giants. Former Diamondback, former Guardian. Put up some pretty good numbers.
Cutter, curveball, sinker, change from the left side. Looking to continue some of his dominance. He's got to get those walks down a little bit. 14 innings, a little over, with 7 walks. That's too much.
Former TCU Horned Frog faces Freddie Freeman with a man on 1 out, and Freeman fouls it off, trying to do something that Alex Cobb couldn't, and that is retire Freddie. 2 walks and a single for Freeman.
Freddie applauded Max Muncy's bunt. That bunt is still wide open for him.
Yeah. See, the thing is with Freddie, though, he can take a full swing and put it over there.
Exactly.
At will.
That one tied him up. Trying to work the swing away towards left field and get tied up with something inside.
Gets him looking here. Sweeps in there. 2 out.
We have felt that the strike zone has been a little tight today, but this one they got the call on for a corner.
Designated hitter, number 13, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy went into yesterday's game 3 for his last 27. He is 5 for 7 in these 2. Strike 1.
He's not going to be bunting with 2 outs and a man on first. Not trying to set the table. He's trying to clear it.
And looking for another nice swing against the left-handed pitcher. 2 for 2 with a home run and a double against lefties last night. Fouls this one off, and he's behind 0-2.
We just got approximately the same breaking ball that Freddie Freeman got called out on, hanging there on the inner half. Made a nice pass at it. Just looking for some contact.
Bouncing ball gets by the first baseman to Flores, and Young just barely wins the race to the bag. So that sends this game to the 7th inning with the Dodgers in front 3-2. Dodger Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Here at Dodger Stadium, after Clayton Kershaw, it's Justin Brule. Dodgers up 3-2 on a home run from Justin Turner. And now Brule came back up to the Dodgers on this homestand, makes his 2nd appearance.
63, Justin Brule.
Always competition when you're in Justin Brule's position, fighting to be a left-hander in the bullpen, fighting to be on a playoff roster, fighting to do really well.
On Monday, he gave up a home run in his 2 innings of work, which doesn't make him unique at all. Ball has been flying out of here. Is it 14 home runs in these 3 games? Sound right? Just double checking. 3,
8 and 5.
It's 13. Okay.
I think it is. Wasn't it 7 and 5 coming into today?
1 ball, 1 strike on Yastrzemski. To 14. Okay. Pop fly. Trace Thompson waits for it to come down, makes the catch. Yastrzemski is the first out of the inning. Then a word from Carl's Jr.
Bite into the sourdough star, only at Carl's Jr.
Now it's been the only way to get runs in. That's how the Giants got there too. The guy coming up here, David Villar, hit a 2-run home run off Kershaw in the 5th. 24 of the 25 runs in the series have scored on home runs. That one's lifted to right center field. Back goes Thompson. Villar's got another, and the game is tied at 3. David Villar came into the series with 1 major league home run on his resume. He's got 3 in 3 games in his last 8 at-bats.
This one was not struck as well, but it has backspin and it's in the right exact place. Justin Brule drops his head as soon as there's contact, so he knew it was hit pretty good. But the wind that's blowing out to right with the backspin just takes it about 6 feet far enough. Flags are a little bit still, but they were waving pretty good when that ball was struck.
Austin Wynns off the end of the bat. Mookie shading his eyes. He's got it spotted.
You could see him adjust to the wind pushing that ball behind him.
So back at square one on yet another long ball.
Well, it's good it was a solo shot. Dodger pitchers have done a very nice job not walking Giants in this series. Only 3 walks in 3 games, and they haven't walked somebody since Monday in the 7th inning.
Oh, 2 on Gonzalez. Little bit inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both bullpens active at this point. Zach Littell for San Francisco. Evan Phillips for LA.
Doesn't take long to get loose today.
And a left base hit Gonzalez, his 2nd of the game.
Really good piece of hitting just to kind of Put the bat at the top of the strike zone. Nice level swing and just meet it. We weren't going to do a lot with that pitch, but he did enough.
And now it's Dave Roberts that's going to make a move. It'll be Phillips for the top of the order and Lewis Brinson. Giants have tied the game with a home run against Brule.
Receive exclusive access to opening day and postseason tickets, exclusive member-only events, team store discounts, and more. For information, visit Dodgers.com/memberships.
Well, Alvin Phillips with a very rare bump in the road his last time against San Diego. Prior to giving up runs on Sunday, he had retired 29 consecutive hitters. Almost a month of perfection for Phillips. And overall, the year, I mean, holy cow, 1.38 ERA in 53 games as the most consistently great reliever on this staff.
Flying down the highway, called it baseball season, and maybe just kind of rubbed up against the shoulder, but he'll get back on track very quickly, I think.
Counter move from Gabe Kapler is sending up Jock Peterson, who is hitting .481 with 3 homers and 14 knocked in his last 10 games. Gonzalez at first. And Jock knows this is his role. This is what he's got to be ready for. Starts against righties, comes off of the bench when there's a lefty starter. And a lot of times he comes off of the bench where his swing could change the game. Here he grounds it foul. No balls, 1 strike. All-star for the first time this year since he was a 23-year-old rookie with these Dodgers. That's now 7 years in the rear view. Jock Peterson pinch hitting for Lewis Brinson. Takes high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He is scalding the fastball this year. Coming into this series, hitting .310 against the heater. And the league has always respected his ability to hit the fastball and tried to give him off-speed stuff. But this year, hitting it for a much higher average than normal.
Ahead 2-1. Playing for the team he grew up rooting for. Jock, of course, a native of Palo Alto. Grew up cheering for the Giants, going to games at Candlestick and then at the new place. Quote unquote new. 2-2. Time flies, huh? It's been 2 decades.
Jock's been gone 7 years. Did you say that?
No,
no.
Jock was a rookie.
Rookie 7 years ago.
Time will really fly. It's been gone 2.
Yeah, 2. I was like, what?
Oracle Park, as it's known now, it opened in 2000. Count is full on Peterson with a Dodger win. A Kevin Elster game. 3 home runs.
It's a beautiful, beautiful ballpark. From being right on the water and the views to the big glove in left center.
Runner will get a head start from first as Phillips brings the 3-2 and walks Peterson. Go ahead run into scoring position. Wilmer Flores coming to the plate.
Second baseman number 41, Wilmer Flores.
Flores 0 for 3. 1 for 11 in this series. Gonzalez at second, Peterson at first. Giants trying to string it together with 2 gone. A pop up and foul ground. Freeman to the dugout, out of room. There's a strike. 0-2. Got him. Perfect fastball. Giants tie the game on a home run from David Villar, his second of the day. Bottom of the 7th inning, Justin Turner to lead things off. He gave the Dodgers the lead with a 3-run home run in the 5th inning. Giants have tied it. A pair of home runs from David Villar. 2-run shot in the 5th and the solo home run in the top of the 7th. Turner will lead off against Zach Littell.
Littell's going to come with a fastball, slider, and splitter. Dodgers have seen right-handed splitters today from Cobb.
Jock Peterson, after pinch hitting, stays in the game and plays left field. Luis Gonzalez goes from left to right. And Mike Yastrzemski goes from right to center, where Brinson is gone. Littell, who pitched a scoreless inning last night, misses upstairs, ball 1 on Turner. 2 for 3, the single and that home run. Got to figure there's at least another home run or 2 in this game, the way this series has gone. In 3 games, the only run that scored in a different way was Joey Gallo's 9th inning double that drove in a run. Or it was earlier in the game, but it was a Joey Gallo double on Monday night. 3-0 on Turner. The other 25 runs out of 26 on home runs. Well, he was ready to pull the trigger if he got one that was perfect.
There's a guy in the Dodger lineup that can take a low pitch and elevate it. It is Justin Turner. He can get the barrel under breaking balls that are down. The home run today was on something like that. It would never have been called a strike. It was below his knees, but he went down and golfed it out of here.
Turner down the line, fading, foul.
He did it again right there.
Yeah.
Slider low and away. Going to end up in the dirt. He gets the barrel underneath it and able to flick it down there. Look how low this pitch is. He can get the barrel down and under it.
Turner has his average up above 280s, 281. OPS just a touch below 800. As he leads off the 7th with a walk.
You learned something from a past at bat there during this game where he kind of chased the high fastball from Cobb. That one he laid off of and finds himself at first base.
Trace Thompson coming up. 1 for 2 with a double. Fastball cut on and miss. Here's the 0-1. Another fastball, and this one gets the call at the top of the zone. It's been there sporadically today. A call, that is.
Yeah, that one puts you in a hole. 1-1 compared to 0-2 now.
Picked a good time for that pitch, huh? With the helicopter hovering over.
Perfect time. A little distraction. Trace did a good job laying off of it after getting the high strike call the pitch before.
Helicopter's coming back. Pitch is coming home. Fly foul.
Protection mode.
One, two. Got him. Good slider from Littell. One away in the 7th.
So Justin Turner spoiled the slider with a foul ball that was down at that location. This one just off the end of Trace's bat.
Miguel Vargas.
This seems like as good a time as any for Miguel Vargas' first major league home run.
Things that make you go,
Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's going, or home run.
Hitting homers.
Yeah, they are. These 72 hours.
Oh for 1. Does have a walk. Off the bench for Joey Gallo. Left the game, if you happen to join us late, left the game when he was hit on the elbow. So Vargas off of the bench replacing him. And laid in a fastball. 1-2. The son of a Cuban baseball legend, Lazaro Vargas. Won 2 gold medals. 92, 96 Olympics. His dad was one of the star players. Starred in the country's top league as well. A 1-2 is strike 3. Couldn't lay off that high heat.
Second baseman, number 3, Chris Taylor.
3-3 game. Number 3 at the plate. Both 3 today. Hit in the air to left field, but got it off the end of the bat. And Jock Peterson puts it away to move this game to the 8th. Tied up. Dodgers and Padres playing 3 games this weekend. It'll be Dustin May and Mike Clevenger in game 1. Julio Urias, Blake Snell game 2, and then Andrew Heaney and Joe Musgrove in the series finale. Dodgers will fly to Phoenix, take on the Diamondbacks, and then back to meet up with these Giants in San Francisco. Evan Phillips stays on after he got the last out of the 7th inning. And he'll see a pinch hitter here. Lamont Wade Jr. pinch hitting for J.D. Davis in the 3 spot.
Next home run wins.
Kind of feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much the way the series has gone.
Sounded like it hit something. Oh, all right.
There's either a clank behind the plate, maybe rattling around, or did it hit the bat? They want it. They're going to take a look. I'm saying foul ball. Oh yeah, it hit the bat. Definitely hit the bat. Good ears, Joe.
Todd seems pretty sure that it didn't, but
oh, it definitely changes directions because Austin Barnes is about to catch it in his webbing, and the foul ball off the end of the bat makes it hit the heel of his glove.
now it's 2-0. Alex Vesia. Three and 0. A strike, 3-1. Wade takes the walk to open the 8th. A little bit of help from a missed call. I guess the thought being that just because it would have been strike one versus ball one wasn't worth using the challenge.
I'm guessing.
It is reviewable.
Yeah. They weren't sure enough to review it, but you would think they would see it on the replay.
That's bounced up the middle. Could be 2. Taylor to the bag. Gets Longoria.
Really good baseball clock from Chris Taylor as he comes behind the bag, going away from second base and away from first base. He doesn't panic, and then he gets his feet under control to make sure he gets the scoop because he knows he has plenty of time if he catches it cleanly to get the double play. Just a nice little trot over to second with a toss to Freddie.
Tied at 3, top of the 8th, bases wiped clean, and Thairo Estrada bunts it foul. Not an easy one to bunt. Thing moving away.
You rarely see that with 2 out, nobody on. It's like, unless you're going to steal on the first pitch after you successfully bunt.
Especially the way the ball's flying, and this guy's got 12 home runs, including one in this series. One and 1. Up the middle, off Phillips. Taylor throws late. And Estrada's aboard with an infield hit.
1 to 4 to 3 base hit.
Yeah.
Deflection. 4 is Chris Taylor. 3 is Freddie Freeman. He keeps the ball in front of him to keep him at first base. Taylor was up the middle. If that gets by Evan Phillips, it's probably an out.
And you've got the left-handed throwing Alex Vesia warming, but Evan Phillips holds lefties to a 157 average. OPS just the same as he does righties, which is 428. 428 OPS against. Jeesh.
Being released. You can go home. Your OPS is 428.
Strike one on Yastrzemski. Estrada with a decent lead at first. 17 stolen bases in 20 tries.
You would think with the struggles that Yastrzemski has had with the long ball that they might take a shot. They also might not want to waste his at bat against a righty with a lefty warming up in the bullpen.
Evan Phillips has only given up 1 stolen base this year. In there with a fastball to get ahead 1-2.
Rarely do you see pitch outs nowadays, but this is a pitch out count back in my generation.
There goes Estrada. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Tied up.
Extending his hitting streak to 16 games with a single, Jerry, and then this 3-run homer.
He's red, dreamy, and he's our red dream.
Dodgers still need another run. We'll see you right here after the game.
3-3. Austin Barnes leads off against Zach Littell. A little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Evan Phillips just helped the Dodgers get 10 Ks. And you a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink. Barnes fouls it back. It's 1-1. Barnes has one of the many home runs in this series. 1 for 3 today, extending his on-base streak to 8 games. Hitting above 400 in that time. And here in the 8th inning, he'll be followed by Betts and Trey Turner. Littell's 1-1. Ground ball to third, under the glove of Longoria. Cracking the door open for the Dodgers in the 8th. Leadoff man aboard.
Finding the hole. Dave Roberts in his pregame said that he's going to take a little pressure off of Will Smith on a lot of different days here the rest of this month and get Austin Barnes in there more. Austin showing that he's ready.
Top of the order, Mookie Betts. Walking a single today. 33 home runs on the year. Couldn't lay off that juicy high fastball. Dodgers have had a runner on base in every inning today. The only scoring coming on that 1 swing from Turner in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Get a run or 2 right here, have it be a long inning, and let the shadows start to creep over home plate, make it tough on the Giants. I don't know if they can have a long enough inning. We'll see.
Check swing, roller along first. And Littell will get Betts, but the go-ahead run advances to scoring position. Here's Trey Turner, and a chance for the Dodgers to do something that not been done much in this series. That is conventionally get a runner in, just a good old base hit.
That's boring.
Yeah. Home run would do the trick too, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
The 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position today. That 1 hit, the homer. Tie game, bottom of the 8th. Series rubber match. Trey Turner takes low, and it's 2-0. Freddie Freeman looming on deck. Bottom of the Giants orders due up in the 9th inning. Looking to make this a save situation. fouls it straight back.
I thought it was in here with us.
Double-barreled action. Luis Ortiz, the righty. Old Dodger Scott Alexander, the lefty. Tells at 26 pitches here, the most that he's thrown 46, although he missed a month, and the most that he's thrown since coming back is 34. So getting into that range where they would consider making a change. Barnes at second, one away. A 2-1 pitch. Very high, ball 3. On 3-1, Turner pulls one towards the left field corner, hooking foul.
A little extra cheering on the Dodger bench to push this run across after this hot day. Somebody in there saying we don't get paid for overtime, guys. Let's go.
That one is deep to left over Peterson, and Trey Turner gets the job done. A go-ahead RBI double. Dodgers up 4-3.
Jock Peterson, when he hits it, circles the bases out there in left field right now. He was circling this one. It was hit hard, and it's going to fool a lot of people. Line drive, and you freeze on a line drive. One step in, and it was well over his head. And Austin Barnes scores easily on this bullet.
First run batted in this year by Trey Turner. And the Dodgers, just like that, find themselves 3 outs away from winning this series.
Now back to the Dodgers. First baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Looking for more with Freddie Freeman at the plate. With Craig Kimbrell having pitched last night, it's looking like it's going to be Alex Vesia.
Kimbrell on a roll right now, but definitely looking at the workload again. Dodgers always with the long view in focus.
Alex should be looking for his 3rd career save, 2nd one this year.
It's not only back-to-back days, but it is a day game after a night game. A little shorter rest.
Freeman ahead, 2-1.
Drive a Mack truck through the left side. You know, Freddie not trying to do too much with men on. He'll be shooting that hole.
Two pitch coming. Freeman fouls it off.
The longer he keeps his hands from turning over, the more he's shooting for that left side. Fondly known as staying inside the baseball.
Full count. Bottom of the order for the Giants, but that includes David Villar, who has knocked in all 3 runs with a pair of home runs today. (4-3) bottom of the 8th. 3-2 to Freddie Freeman. Ball 4. And Trey Turner will advance to 3rd.
Reading the ball in the dirt very quickly. I mean, he moved up in a hurry. As soon as that ball had the angle going towards first base instead of third base, Trey easily jogged into 3rd.
Freeman reaches for the 4th time. 3 walks to go along with a single. And Max Muncy with an opportunity to drive in some insurance. 2 more hits today after the 3 extra base hits yesterday. Fouls off the first one. One and one. First and third, one away. 1-1 pitch to Max Muncy is lifted in the air to right field. Back goes Gonzalez. He's at the wall. That one's gone. Muncy again. Third home run in a 24-hour span for Muncy.
It's not welcome back, Max, but it's good to see you again, Max. He got all this one. Outer half fastball and just meets it perfectly. They started him out breaking ball, fastball in, fastball way where he could extend his arms, and he extended the Dodgers' lead.
Muncy now 6 for his last 9 with 4 extra base hits. And that spells the end of the day for Zach Littell. 4 in the bank here in the 8th. 19 on the year for Max Muncy, who has done a little bit of everything today, hadn't he?
Yeah, can you believe a baseball player getting a bunt base hit and, boy, just nullifying his power? No, not at all. That's the full swing. He can do it all right now, and he's having fun doing it.
.30 runs combined in this series, all but 2 of them on home runs. Justin Turner now Flies this one to left field. Jack Peterson trying to find it in the sun. He does. Against Luis Ortiz.
Number 25, Trace Hudson.
Out of Sanger, California, former first-round draft pick for the Texas Rangers in 2014. He's pitched 3 games in the major leagues with the Orioles. Trace Thompson pops this one to the right side of the infield, and an easy play for VR. But the Dodgers explode for 4 eighth-inning runs, 7-3 to the 9th. The explosion was that large in the 8th inning. Dodgers 3 outs away from taking another series.
Closers need the save situation. You always worry about them when it's an extended lead, but they need a little work. But you do not worry about Alex Vesia and his focus and his adrenaline rush when he comes into the game. You will know how he's feeling, and it usually is wired. And he will show it on his facial expressions and his body language.
Dodgers trying to get their 49th win in their last 63 games. And looking to finish off what would be a 4-2 homestand. Hit the road again. Down to Alex's somewhat hometown, San Diego, from not too far from there in Alpine, California. Then Arizona. First time they've seen the Diamondbacks in what feels like forever. Arizona, a much different team now, giving a lot of young guys opportunities. And the Diamondbacks have been pretty darn good over the last month and a half. Winning 9 of their last 12 games. Even farther than that, well above 500. David Villar leads off the 9th. Star of this series for the Giants. Really, Villar and Brinson both hitting 3 home runs. Vesia comes home and Villar takes ball 1. Pop foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. So after today, 26 games remain. If the Dodgers hang on here, they would be 12 wins shy of matching the franchise record.
52 games over 500 with this win. Just a little up. Austin Barnes exceptional at catching those borderline pitches. That one's a tough one to frame.
Like the Little League World Series ones where the guys
just jerk them back in 3 feet.
Right into the center of the zone.
And a dad that's behind the plate goes strike 3.
Gone final in Colorado, 8-4. Rockies over the Brewers. So the Padres see their lead for the final playoff spot grow a little more. 3.5 now. Padres play later tonight. Yu Darvish had an excellent start against the Dodgers in this recent series here. Against Arizona at 5:40 tonight. Braves and Mets both won, so they remain tied for first in the East. But the Mets are playing again. They have Jacob deGrom pitching against the Pirates. Pirates actually got 2 hits in the first inning against deGrom, but didn't score. Leadoff walk for Villar.
Catcher number 14, Austin Wynns.
The catcher, Austin Wynns.
Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani both homered in the same game today. 8th time they've done it this year. 22nd time they've done it for the Angels.
Remember when it looked like this was the Angels team that was going to get to the postseason?
Yeah.
A month and a half into the year. Feels like Joe Madden was the manager of the Angels like years ago.
Yeah.
Just read a piece on The Athletic. Joe Madden went on Jason Stark and Doug Glanville's podcast and was very outspoken about how he feels about the state of the game right now, how he feels about how things were run in Anaheim. And he said, too, that he didn't want to throw anybody under the bus in Anaheim, that he thinks it's kind of across the sport where the analytics have gone a little too far. The art of the game, is the way he put it, has been lost. Very outspoken, though. And it's interesting coming from Joe Madden, who kind of got his reputation in the game as being a forward-thinking guy.
Be interesting to see if that picks up any steam in the offseason when people are a little bit more reflective and really not worried about what their comments might do to the game or their team during a season.
Phil Bickford, just in case. Vesia 10 pitches in, still looking for his first out.
We are not prejudiced to any reliever coming in the game, but there is one right now that's a little bit more special.
Hanser Alberto?
The one that has the song.
Oh, right. Yeah. That'd be Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah. It's actually picking up steam every good outing he has.
Another 1-2 pitch. Got a chase. Got some help from Williams on his changeup.
There's a good start to trying to get 3 outs, especially after the walk. It's an outstanding changeup, especially when you can stimulate that swing.
Right fielder number 51, Luis Gonzalez.
One on, one out. 7-3 game. 9th inning. Luis Gonzalez came into the game 5 for his last 50. He's got a couple hits today, though. It's high on Gonzalez. Born in Mexico. Family relocated to Tucson, Arizona when he was a kid. Luis is the one we mentioned earlier who, when he moved to the United States, didn't know any English and learned it by watching the Disney Channel. That's So Raven, Drake and Josh, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Here's a 2-0 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Said that growing up in Tucson and being a baseball player, as he got a little older, got a little better, everybody thought that he was Luis Gonzalez's kid.
Oh, right.
Got to meet big Luis Gonzalez, who does some TV for the Diamondbacks now. I got to meet earlier this year. Get him, Dieter, on strike 2.
Yeah. Dieter's ringing him up.
Punched him out with 2 strikes.
Just warming up the song. That's so embarrassing, huh, Dieter?
Now he knows what umpires and hitters feel like when they sometimes have the count wrong.
Yeah.
Broadcasters too, heck.
Exactly.
Happens to all of us. A 2-2 pitch.
There you
go.
go.
Ahead, Dieter. Hammer that ivory.
Play the whole song. He's serenading them goodbye.
Giants down to their last out, and Jock Peterson is up there talking with his good buddy Austin Barnes.
We're going to have to put the pitch clock on Jock. No more fraternizing.
The conversation clock here. There goes the runner from first and a pitch outside.
Well, the Dodgers, Trey Turner's bullet over Jock's head to get the go-ahead run. Then they tack on 3 more with Muncy home run. They lead the majors in explosions like that, 4+ run innings with 46 of them.
Often will prove to be the difference. You get one big inning like that.
Old manager for the Baltimore Orioles, Earl Weaver, he was asked what is a team leader. He said a team leader is a 3-run homer.
Another home run for Max Muncy today. One ball, 2 strikes.
It's been too hot to cheer most of the day, but now everybody's pretty much in the shade. And they are 1 out away and 1 strike away.
Popped up. Center field. Trace Thompson. A 4-run 8th inning. The difference. Dodgers win it 7-3 and take the series from the Giants.
Good series win, and even better news that Clayton Kershaw is looking very healthy and very strong. Congratulations on number 8 here in 2022.
Couple 3-run homers in this game. Justin Turner hit 1. Max Muncy hit 1. And the Dodgers improved to 94 and 42. For Oral Hershiser, Kirsten Watson, and the rest of our crew, Joe Davis saying so long from Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers win 7-3. They hit the road tomorrow and start the trip with the Padres, a 3-game series beginning on Friday night. Stay tuned. It's Access Sportsnet Dodgers.